If it's possible, you can turn your camera on, so I'm not
Wait,
feeling alone here.
wait.
No. Do you have any event today? What is your plan today?
No, I don't have any event. Maybe just need to play it with the tomorrow test
Um,
Monday.
so tomorrow is still test.
Yes, until Monday.
What? Only one?
Uh, two MAPEL.
Two lessons. What are
Yeah, two
they?
lessons. Indonesian and biology.
I see. Have you studied for both?
No.
So you are going to study it today.
Yes.
Okay, what time do you usually study?
Mm, Usually I start study in the morning,
In
like
the morning.
around, yeah, like right now, jam
Mm,
9:30 at night.
okay.
Um,
I see. Until what day is the test?
Monday.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Right, for now, I need you to pronounce these words again from the bright until inconvenient.
Okay. Bright, quiet, spacious, brand new, convenient, tinggi, nosy, cramped, shabby, inconvenient.
Okay, now I want you to this one, bright. What is the antonym or opposite of bright?
Oh, um, dark,
Okay, what about the opposite of quiet?
noisy,
The opposite of spacious?
mm, apa ya? Wait,
So it's actually both of these are the opposites. Spacious here is the opposite of cramped.
yeah.
Spacious, yeah, lebar. Cramped is,
Lebar.
yeah, it is the opposite. But
Oh, I
bright here you
see.
can say dark too. Dingy is actually kotor. It's like dirty, dingy. And then quite noisy, spacious, cramped, brand new, shabby, old, usang, and convenient, inconvenient. Now let's talk about the synonym. What is the synonym of spacious?
Spacious, large,
Yes, large,
uh,
brand new, and then convenient.
venue, venue, venue is,
Con
it means new, like,
yeah, brand new, baru, baru.
um,
And then what about the synonym of convenient?
convenient. What is convenient?
Convenient is nyaman.
Nyaman. Oh,
Yeah,
comfortable,
yes, comfortable. And then we have dingy. What is the synonym of dingy?
dingy, dirty,
Yep. And then what about the cramped here?
cramped, narrow.
Yeah, narrow or small. You can say
Oh,
small.
yeah.
Yeah. And then shabby.
KB is like old, old,
Old.
I see.
Yes. Inconvenient.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay. Next. Those words used to describe houses and apartments, which are the positive and which are the negative. Those words have positive meaning and negative meaning. Positive connotation and negative connotation. Right.
Oh.
Is it positive or
Positive.
negative? Positive.
Positive.
Comfortable,
Positive.
convenient,
Positive.
cramped,
Negative.
dangerous,
Negative.
dark,
Negative.
dingy,
Negative.
expensive,
Negative.
huge,
Positive.
okay, inconvenient,
Negative.
modern,
Positive.
and noisy,
Noisy. Negative.
private,
Um. Negative.
I'd say private is if you have a hotel, if you book a hotel and then book a what is it tour,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
will private negative or positive?
Positive.
Positive. And then quiet,
Positive.
and then rundown.
Rundown. Rundown.
Rundown is same as old.
Cold. Negative. Then.
Yeah, negative. Safe,
Safe. Positive.
small,
Negative.
spacious.
Positive.
Okay, now I want you to pronounce this word and then please give me the opposite. Bright, dark, comfortable, blah blah. Okay?
Okay.
The,
Okay.
the word and then the opposite.
Bright.
And
Dark. Comfortable. Uncomfortable. Convenient. Inconvenient. Cramped. Spacious. Dangerous. Safe. Dark. Bright. Dingy. Clean. Expensive. Expensive. Murah. Murah. I forgot.
expensive,
Yeah.
cheap,
Oh yeah,
cheap.
cheap. Cheap. Huge. Small. Inconvenient. Convenient. Modern. Traditional.
Mhm.
Nosy. Quiet. Private. Public. Quiet. Nosy. Rundown. Rundown is cold, right? Cold.
Yeah, you can
So,
say brand new for London.
sorry?
Brand new.
Brand new. Oh.
Mhm.
Oh. Brand new. Safe. Dangerous. Small. Big. Spacious. Cramped.
Okay, good one. Now I want you to tell me about the positive and the negative features of your house or your apartment.
Oh my
As you
god.
can see, I live in a nice neighborhood. It's safe and very convenient. However, the apartment is little cramped and kind of expensive. That's for example. Now it's your turn to talk about the positive and negative about your house.
Okay. I live in safe neighborhood, but sometimes my neighborhood is a little nosy. Um, my house is spacious. What else? And spacious and modern.
Is it convenient or inconvenient?
It's convenient. My
Mm-hmm.
house is safe, modern, and convenient. And let's see, the the food around my house is cheap.
Okay.
Like a potato.
All right.
Apa ya?
What do you think? Is your house dark or bright? Or
Bright.
it depends.
I wanna put that, but I don't know how to say it.
Okay, it's pretty bright.
It's
What
pretty
about if you turn off the lamp? If you turn off the lamp, is it still bright?
If in the morning or afternoon, yes.
I see. Okay. Hey, that's a good one. And then next, here is the grammar focus for today. We are learning about evaluations and comparisons. Evaluation, evaluasi, comparison, perbandingan, evaluation and comparisons. Evaluations with adjectives. Our apartment isn't big enough for our family. That's evaluation. And this apartment is too hot. So the thing that we are seeing here is the use of enough and then too. Our apartment is big enough, big enough. And then we have our apartment is private enough, cukup private, cukup besar. And then this apartment is too hot. If you have two, it means that it is negative. Sesuatu yang berlebihan itu tidak bagus, so it is too hot. And then we have also a comparison with adjectives. The building isn't as quiet as our old one. S and S. And then the example again. The house isn't as bright as the old one. So S, adjective, and then S again. And then we have the location. The location is just as convenient as the old one. The adjective is in the middle between the S and S. And then we have evaluation with nouns. There aren't enough windows. There aren't enough windows. This is the noun. But this one is the adjective. So that's different. For example, again, my house doesn't have enough windows. Okay, and then the neighbors make too much noise. Too, and then much, and then the noun. Noise is noun.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, and then comparison. Oh yeah, for example, if you want to use adjective, the neighbor is too noisy. That's adjective. The neighbor make too much noise. That's noun. And then we have comparison with nouns. Again here, we don't have as many bedroom as we used to. Okay, don't forget many because it's countable. We don't have as much privacy. This house isn't just as private as the old one. We don't have as much privacy as we had. Private and privacy. And this one, S and S. See the difference here?
Yes.
Yeah, the difference is only in the use of adjectives in this one, and then in this one is the nouns. We got right here. Okay. Next, and so far, do you have any questions?
No.
No question yet. If no question, I got some pronunciations here. The unpronounced vowels, for example, average, different, separate. So you don't need to pronounce the, for example, again, vegetable. Some people will say vegetables, vegetable, but in this one, we don't need to pronounce the vowel. Okay, let's listen to the
Page 18, Exercise 4, Pronunciation. Unpronounced Vowels, Part A. Listen and practice. The vowel immediately after a stressed syllable is sometimes not pronounced.
Average. Different. Separate. Comfortable. Interesting. Vegetable.
Okay, now listen again.
Is not pronounced.
Average. Different. Separate. Comfortable. Interesting. Vegetable.
Okay, right. Where's everyone? And Lita, you go first, please. Pronounce these words. Is Lita here? And what about Rere? Can I hear from Rere? Hello, Rere.
Hello, Miss.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Did you just wake up?
No,
Oh, where have you been?
sorry, I forgot.
Ah, I see. Okay. I didn't give you a reminder this morning. I also forgot. Right. Lita, please, can you please pronounce these words first?
What?
Mhm.
Average. Different. Separate. Comfortable. Interesting. Wait. Vegetable.
Okay, and what about Rere? Please. Your microphone.
Okay, sorry. Average, different, separate, comfortable, interesting, and vegetable.
Yeah, you get that. Okay, I will play it again, guys. And then I will just practice them for you, and you will practice again.
Average. Different. Separate. Comfortable. Interesting. Vegetable.
Okay, as you can see, the eliminated letters here, they are not pronounced. Average, different, separate, comfortable. This one is pretty tricky, so you need to practice. Comfortable, comfortable. So F after the M directly, comfortable, comfortable. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Vegetable, vegetable, vegetable. Comfortable, 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 comfortable. So it has only 3 syllables, as you can see, 3 syllables. 1, 2, 3. Comfortable, interesting, vegetable. 3 syllables only. This one, 2 syllables only. Average, different, separate. Okay, now I need to have Lita to practice again.
Average. Different. Separate. Comfortable. Interesting. Vegetable.
Good. Separate.
Separate.
Oh, separate. Separate.
Okay, self.
Okay. Rere again.
Average, different, separate, comfortable, interesting, vegetable.
Good.
Page 18.
As you can see, we got 2 rooms for rent and for rent. In this one, I got some of the descriptions about the room. This one is spacious, modern house, comfortable apartment. And these are some of the adjective and also the nouns that you need to make it into a statement of evaluation and comparisons. The first one here, it is for you. The house is 2 miles from downtown. The house is 2 miles from downtown. As you can see from the description, 2 miles from downtown. So how would you say? The house is too far, right? 2 miles. 2 miles, which means it is around 32 kilometers. 32 kilometers, 2 miles, 20 miles. Which means the house is 2 miles away from downtown. The house is too far. You just need to make it into different sentence, but it has the same meaning. Yeah, using the comparison and also the evaluation as I've told before. This one. Okay, let's just practice.
Page 18.
The first one here, I will have Lita for this one. Okay, Lita is eating. Maybe Rere first. Or is it okay? Right. So Rere will got this one. Lita will be the blue one, and then Rere will be the, what is it? Red one.
Okay. The house is too far from downtown. It's not convenient enough. Number 2, it's not convenient enough too.
Two, sangat. The house. What is the antonym of convenient?
Inconvenient.
The house is too
inconvenient.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh, okay.
And then next.
It has not enough bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
The rent is too expensive.
Okay, yeah, it's the same, right? You just need to make it into different sentence.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Next one, 5 to 8. Ready, please.
The apartment is not new enough. And there are not enough bedrooms.
Sorry, what is it again?
There are not enough bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too small. And there's not enough parking space.
Okay. What is the antonym of spacious? Yeah, small, you can say, but the exact antonym, there's a specific one. Do you know?
Narrow.
Maybe Lita still remember what is the antonym of spacious?
Cramped. C-R-A-M-P-E-D.
Yeah, it's a good one. Cramped. Cramped. We have cramped and spacious. So what is it again, number 7? Ready?
It's too round.
Okay, it's too cramped.
Oh, cramped.
Cramped. It's like this. We also got cramped here. This one, cramped, is the antonym or the opposite of spacious.
Page 18.
Next, write comparison of the house and the apartment using these words. Using as and as, then compare with the partner. Big. The apartment isn't big as the house. The apartment doesn't have as many bedrooms as the, what is it? I cannot say. As the house. Big bedrooms, bathroom, spacious, private, noisy, expensive, modern, convenient, and then parking spaces. Okay, remember those words? Lita, please, you remember these words, these 5 words: big, bedrooms, bathroom. You can type it if you want to make sure that you can remember. Spacious and private. And then Rere, you got this: noisy, expensive, modern, convenient, parking spaces. Not sure if I can remember either. Okay. You need to make those words into sentences, and then you have to use the comparison. The apartment isn't as big as the house. The apartment doesn't have as many bedrooms as the house. Okay, you can talk about the apartment or the house, but you use these words. Now, okay, now let's go. Who will go first? What about Rere? What first word you get?
Noisy.
Noisy, okay. Now, using this comparison, house and apartment, what would you say about the noise?
The house isn't as noisy as the apartment.
Okay, good. And what next?
Expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And the house isn't as expensive as the apartment. Okay, balik deh.
The
apartment isn't as expensive as the house.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, because you got 900 and 1,500 per month. And then what next?
The house isn't as convenient as the apartment.
The house isn't as convenient yet, as you can see here. And what next?
The apartment doesn't have much parking spot as the house.
Okay, can you say it again? I think you only said as once. Make it into 2.
The apartment doesn't have as much parking space as the house.
Okay, is it much or many?
Many.
Many, because parking spaces. And the clue is you got the letter S in the end of the spaces, which means it is countable. It's different than parking. The house doesn't have as much parking because parking is uncountable, so you can use much. But this one, spaces, is countable. Okay. Say it again.
The apartment doesn't have as many parking space as the house.
Good. I think you still got one left. What is it?
That's it.
You still got modern.
Oh yeah. Sorry, skip that part. The apartment isn't as modern as the house.
Okay, good one. And then Lita, your turn, please.
Yes. The first one is big.
Okay.
The apartment not as big as the house.
The apartment is not as big as the house.
The
right.
second one is bedrooms. The apartment don't have bedroom as many as the house.
Okay. For that one, as you can see here, let's just skip your sentence and see. As many, look at that. the apartment. So what would you say? You say doesn't have bedroom as many as the house. I would say that's okay to be used, but in this one, it is, it's more commonly used to use this one. We don't have as many blah blah as we used to. The apartment doesn't have many. The apartment don't have or doesn't have as many bedrooms as the house, or reverse. The house doesn't have as many bedrooms as the apartment. Okay, so many and then a noun. Much and then a noun. Okay, can you say it again?
Okay. The apartment don't have as many bedrooms as the house.
Okay, good. The next one?
The third one is bedroom. Bedroom. The house have wait. The house has as many bedroom as the apartment.
Okay, one bedroom, right? Next.
The next is spacious.
Yeah.
The apartment not as spacious as the house.
Okay.
The last one is private. The apartment not as private as the house.
Okay, good, Lita. But I think you missed the to be. The apartment not, yeah, isn't, doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, can you
The
say it again, the last one? Private and spacious. 2 sentences, please.
The apartment isn't, the apartment isn't, wait, God.
Spacious.
Spacious.
Yeah.
The apartment isn't as spacious as the house.
Mm-hmm. And then private.
The apartment isn't as private as the house.
Okay, good. Preference, and then we got listening here. I got the audio, and then you just need to check whether it is false or true or false. And then you have to tell me if the statement is false, you need to tell me later about the true statement. Here we go.
Page 18, Exercise 5. Listening. A home away from home. Part A. Listen to Josh describe a capsule hotel. Check true or false for each statement.
Welcome to the program, A Home Away from Home. Our guest tonight is Josh Phillips from Tennessee. Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, at the moment, I'm working as an English teacher in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is an exciting city, but sometimes it feels too big. It can take about an hour to go from one part of the city to another. When I don't feel like going all the way home, I sometimes stay in a capsule hotel.
A capsule hotel? Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, it's a hotel with lots of small rooms. Actually, they're not really rooms. They're spaces that are 2 meters by 1 meter and only 1 meter high, so they're very cramped. But the hotel is just as convenient as a regular hotel and not as expensive.
And what's inside each little room, or should I say each space?
Well, inside every capsule there's a mattress, a TV.
A TV? Really?
Yeah, and a reading light, a radio, and an alarm clock. The hotel also has lockers for your personal belongings.
Interesting. So, what kind of people stay in a capsule hotel?
Well, probably people like me. People who miss the last train home or don't want to go all the way home. Sometimes you're just too busy and tired, especially if you have to work early the next morning.
Interesting. So, would you recommend a capsule hotel to other people?
Sure, the rooms are small, but you get used to it. But I wouldn't recommend a capsule hotel to people who can't relax in small, cramped spaces. There just isn't enough space.
I'll play the audio again once more.
Tell. Check true or false for each statement.
Welcome to the program, A Home Away from Home. Our guest tonight is Josh Phillips from Tennessee. Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, at the moment, I'm working as an English teacher in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is an exciting city, but sometimes it feels too big. It can take about an hour to go from one part of the city to another. When I don't feel like going all the way home, I sometimes stay in a capsule hotel.
A capsule hotel? Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, it's a hotel with lots of small rooms. Actually, they're not really rooms. They're spaces that are 2 meters by 1 meter and only a meter high, so they're very cramped. But the hotel is just as convenient as a regular hotel and not as expensive.
And what's inside each little room, or should I say each space?
Well, inside every capsule there's a mattress, a TV.
A TV? Really?
Yeah, and a reading light, a radio, and an alarm clock. The hotel also has lockers for your personal belongings.
Interesting. So, what kind of people stay in a capsule hotel?
Well, probably people like me. People who miss the last train home or don't want to go all the way home. Sometimes you're just too busy and tired, especially if you have to work early the next morning.
Interesting. So, would you recommend a capsule hotel to other people?
Sure, the rooms are small, but you get used to it. But I wouldn't recommend a capsule hotel to people who can't relax in small, cramped spaces. There just isn't enough space.
Okay, the first one as the example. Tokyo sometimes feels too noisy, but it's actually not noisy, but too big. And what about number 2?
It's false.
False. So how should it be?
A capsule hotel is as convenient as a regular hotel.
Yes, good one. It is false. And then what about 3?
It's true.
True, yes. Easy, true. And then 4. Capsule is a good option.
It's true.
True, yeah. It is his own experience that he's usually busy and tired, so it is his option. And then what about number 5?
It's false.
False. Why false?
He would recommend it to other people, but it's not for the people who can't relax in a small place.
Okay, yes, good one. Good points. Very good, everyone. And then we still got
Page 18.
this one. This is what is it? Telling about the new apartment. Imagine you've just moved to this apartment. Write an email to a friend comparing your old home to your new one. I want Reader to read this one. Hi, Clue until Sundays.
Hi, Chloe. How's everything? I have some great news. We moved to a small apartment, to a new apartment. Do you remember our old apartment? It was too small, and I didn't have enough space for my things. My new bedroom is spacious, and I have separate area to study in. The apartment also has a balcony. It isn't very big, but now we can have breakfast outdoors on Sundays.
Okay, so it is talking about the apartment. How's the apartment again? What do you think? What does the writer think?
Oh, it's spacious.
Spacious. And then What next?
And then
Isn't very big or isn't big enough. And I think as what she described, it is convenient and comfortable. Okay, yeah, so that's it. And in this one, for the next one, I got some pictures here because you only got two. Wait a moment. Two, I got here. Here we have the apartment. Two apartment here. Who's going to get this one? I think Lita, you will get this one, okay? Just pretend as if you live in this one and you have to prepare a talk or description about what you think of this apartment, of this room. Okay, you got television, you got bathroom, kitchen, little kitchen here, and then you got bedroom, and then some of the facilities here to read.
Yang mana, Miss?
This, yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Yang mana makanya I describe.
Oh, this one is, let me just type it here. Lita here. And then this one is for Rere. Now I want you to prepare a talk about this new apartment for you. Okay, you got time. What do you see and what do you think about the apartment? Okay, let me just give you some clues and chunks here. Comfortable. And don't forget, comfortable. Don't forget, we will use the comparison and evaluation. I will give you the, what is it? The explanation letter again. Comfortable, and then the bathrooms. So we got adjectives and we got nouns. And then we have bathroom. And then what else? Kitchen. You can use those words, or if you got your own idea, you can find the new ones. Let's talk about noise as well. Noise or noisy is up to you. And then you can say expensive or you can say cheap. It's only for clues. And then what else? Okay. And for the comparison, You can compare your rooms to your friend's room. For example, Lita wants to compare your room to Rere's room, and Lita will say, my room isn't as spacious as Rere's room. So that's comparison, right? You can use comparison. Make your talk as natural as possible. It's not so it doesn't just sound like you are answering the interview, but you are telling your friend about your new apartment. Okay, everyone, how's your talk? Should I call who go first? Rita or Rere? Okay, what about Rere? How's yours? Done? Okay, let's see.
Mendeskripsiin aja kan.
Okay, you can describe it. How's your... Okay, Rere. So you just moved into the new apartment. How is the apartment and what do you think?
Well, it's a modern apartment and it's way bigger than my old apartment. And it even has 2 bedrooms. It's not as expensive as the old one. And there's a spacious kitchen and it has a balcony. but there's not enough parking space and it's too noisy.
And what else? What else? What about the dining room, living room? You've got the balcony too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's even a walk-in closet. Well, that's just a closet actually.
What is it? Walking?
A closet.
Oh, see?
Yeah, and the living room is spacious and there's a dining room too.
Okay, if you compare it to this room, this apartment, what would you say? Using as an as.
I think my apartment is more modern.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the design is as good. Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
I think Lita's apartment is not as spacious as mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my apartment is not as expensive as Lita's.
Okay. And what do you think about the bathrooms? You got 2 bathrooms and it's only 1 bathroom.
Yeah, and my apartment has enough bathroom.
Okay. And then what is the negative side of your apartment?
It doesn't have enough parking space.
Okay, I see. Right, now let's listen to Lita's talk. What do you think about your new apartment here?
My new apartment is not big enough. I only have 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 shelf, and 1 television.
Yes. Okay, sorry, can you begin again? Because I can't hear you. It's already full.
Can you hear me now, Miss?
Yeah? Okay, Lita, you just moved to the new apartment. What do you think of your new apartment?
My new apartment is not big enough. I only have 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 shelf, and 1 television. Oh, but I have spacious area for cook and eat. And the design is also not as modern as my old one.
Okay.
But
What about the noise? Yeah, next. What is it?
But so far, my new apartment is pretty comfortable. Comfortable, okay? But one thing I can't stand up is the noise. In front of my apartment is main road, so it's pretty noisy here. But the apartment is really cheap, so I'm still okay with it.
Right, if you compare it to Rere's apartment, what would you say?
My apartment not as big as...
Isn't? Sorry? Is not?
My apartment not as big as Rere apartment.
What else? What about the bedrooms and the bedroom?
I don't have as many bedrooms as Lily. And My dining room or dining room.
Mhm.
My dining room is as not big as Rere. And
Okay, dining room. My dining room isn't as
big as Rere. Oh.
Isn't as big as Rere's. Okay, Rere, and then
Rere's.
yeah.
And what?
What else? What would you say? And then what about the rent? Is it expensive or cheap?
My friend apartment isn't as expensive as Rere's.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so it's cheap enough, we can say that.
yeah,
And also, okay. And then comfortable, the comfort.
I think same given the person. My apartment as comfortable as it is.
Is as comfortable.
As comfortable as my apartment is as comfortable as it is.
Okay. Right. Any other last one?
My apartment don't have as many doesn't have as many bathroom as it is.
Okay. Right. Okay, I'll take that. Very good, everyone. Now we'll move on to the next one. What do we have here? Okay. Exercise again to recall your understanding. You still got a starter actually. So in this one, what's this? So in this one, we are going to use the different sentence to say the same sentence, the same meaning. We need to just rewrite the sentences, find another way of each word. So you haven't, okay. Let me just enable the annotation for you guys, and then you will have to type it yourself. Lita, you cannot type it. So you are still using on the phone? Okay. Let me just type it for you guys. The first one, the house is too expensive. The house isn't cheap enough. That's the same. You're just saying the opposite. I mean, the opposite adjective. And then what about number two? What do you think? The rooms aren't bright enough. What would you say? The room?
The room
Yes.
Is too dark.
It's too dark. Good. Okay. For number three, I'll give it to Rere. The living room isn't spacious enough for the family. How would you say?
The living room is too cramped for the family.
The living room is too cramped. Good one. And then what about the bathroom? It's too old, so you just need to say it another way. Okay, who will do this one? Okay, let's just do the taking turns. What about you, Lita?
Number 4.
Yeah.
The bedroom is not modern enough.
Too old. Not modern enough. I think modern is...
Yeah. The bedroom is not brand new enough.
Brand new enough, okay. The bathroom isn't brand new enough. Let's say, okay. Yeah, thank you. Brand new, we will say just new. I think that's enough. Not new enough. Okay, numbers 5 now. Ready? The yard isn't big enough for our pets.
The yard is too small for our pets.
The yard our pets. Good. 6. Lita again. The street is too noisy for us.
The street is not quiet enough for us.
Yeah, the street isn't enough. And then later again, 7.
The neighborhood is not safe enough.
Okay, not safe enough. At least you know how to say it. Okay, Lita, last one.
The location is too inconvenient.
Okay, too inconvenient. Convenient. 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 It's like this, right? Convenient. Is it convenient? Here, too expensive. As you can see here, too is referred to something negative with the negative connotation. Expensive is negative, right? It has a negative connotation. So that's why we use too for the negative thing. And then we use enough for the positive one. Cheap. Cheap is positive for us. Yeah, it's for us, for the common citizen. The house is too expensive. Expensive here has negative connotation. That's why we use to. And then again, cheap has positive connotation. That's why we use enough. As you can see, the other aren't bright enough. This one, because it's already negative, so you use enough. But if you look back, enough here is paired with something that has positive connotation, right? Bright, it has positive connotation. Too dark, negative connotation. So it is like that. Okay, no matter if the to be is negative or positive, aren't or are, is or isn't, but we look at the adjective. If the adjective is positive, we use enough. If the adjective is negative, we use too. Spacious, enough. Too cramped. Too old. Old. Old for apartment, for talking about the apartment thing and housing, it is negative, right? Sometimes you find old, the word old, for something you refer to, maybe your talk about is about old enough. Old enough. It's talking about maybe coconut. Old coconut is good. So you'll say, oh, this coconut is old enough. The old here, if we are talking about the coconut, is positive. So we can say old enough. But if we are talking about apartment here, if the apartment is old, which means old here has a negative connotation. So we use too. Okay, got my point? Sometimes the same adjective has different connotation. It depends on your talk. It depends on what you are talking about. Okay, and this one, we are talking about apartment. So that's why old here has negative meaning, negative connotation. So we use too old. New enough. Big enough. Too small. Sometimes big has a good connotation, but in this one, apartment is big. Big here in apartment, of course, has good connotation. positive connotation, but sometimes in other talk, big has negative connotation. Okay, noisy, and then quiet, and then dangerous, safe enough, and then convenience, inconvenience. So that's it. Do you get my point here? The thing that I'd like to convey to you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Before we finish this one, right, the time is almost finished. Let's have a little review here. So this is that we have learned today. Evaluation with adjectives, and then, evaluation with nouns. Is it again? Adjectives, and this one is nouns. Adjectives and nouns. For the evaluation, you can use enough and to. I've already explained it to you before. And then for the evaluation with noun, again, enough and to. Okay, this is the nouns, this is the noun, and then this is the adjective, and then we have comparison with adjective. For comparison, you can use as, and then as. Here, the adjective is in the middle between the as. And then we have comparison with nouns. You can use the quantifiers here before the noun. Many bedroom, as much privacy as, yes. But if you can say, for example, like this, the bedroom isn't as many, isn't as much bedrooms, aren't as many as the old one. What if we say like this? Yes, it's true. You can say it that way. So we got another option here. The bedrooms aren't as many as the old one. Yes, you can say that. Like this. Yeah. It's the same as this one, right? The building isn't as quiet as our old one. The bedroom aren't as many as the old one. So in this one, this is adjective. It becomes the adjective. Just like this, we are using this comparison with adjectives. And this one, if comparison with the noun, we will say the apartment doesn't have many it's different. Now here, the thing that you compare is the use of noun. This is noun, right? This is adjective. Kan sama. Bedanya itu tadi, kalau yang gini berarti ini yang pakai struktur adjective. Kalau yang ini berarti pakai struktur noun. Benar semua. Okay, right. So far, do you have any question?
No.
No? If no question, thank you for joining the class today. And for now, I'll just make sure if it's 10. So Rene, is it possible for you to do the test?
I don't think so, Miss.
Okay, I don't think so. Right, another announcement that this week we will also have a class, but not on Saturday, of course. Jadi karena kita dikejar bulan juga, dikejar deadline, kan September kan harus sudah selesai ya. Jadi minggu besok, minggu besok setelah, bisa minggu ini, bisa kapan saja sih. Minggu besok kita akan ada lagi hari Sabtu. Hari Sabtu saya niatnya langsung ada 2 sesi. Nah, Sabtu itu saya sudah nggak ada kelas lain. Dan bisa fokus ke e-conversation kalian, kelas kalian. Nah, yeah, I know my students are very busy. So, what time do you usually have time for class, guys? Untuk jadwal pertama kan, yang dulu sudah diputuskan kan, jadwalnya setelah duhur ya, sekitar jam 1:30, is it? Ya kan, itu jadwal pertama kan, maksudnya jadwal yang sudah diputuskan sejak awal kan, jadwal awalnya.
Yes.
Ya, can we go back to that jadwal, to that previous schedule? Bisa? Atau mau malah pagi? It's up to you guys actually.
I'm free.
Okay. Mau pagi atau mau siang? Kalau siang kan kita besok minggu depan hari Sabtu kan ada 2 sesi. Biar langsung cepat juga. 2 sesi berarti jam 1 sampai jam 4. Ya nanti kita ada dispensi dikit lah. Kita harus sampai 3 jam, lama banget. Oke, bisa? Ya, kita nanti ngobrol-ngobrol lagi lah. Oke. And then, untuk yang selain hari Sabtu, kita kan mau ada lagi. Kira-kira kalian bisanya kapan? Jumat malam atau kalau Minggu nggak apa-apa. If it's Minggu nggak apa-apa. Saya juga libur. Tapi ini juga online kan mau bisa kapan saja saya. Oke. Jadi ada hari Sabtu kan udah kita udah bahas. Sabtu ada 2 sesi. Jam 1 sampai jam berapa gitu, jam 3 lebih lah. And then, selain hari Sabtu, kita ada lagi cuma 1 sesi saja. Jumat malam maybe? Or if it's, Jumat malam, okay, Jumat malam. Alright, so yeah, we've talked about our schedule. Schedule-nya kembali. Jumat berarti Sabtu ada jam 1 ya. Itu rencana awal, nanti kita nggak tahu. I know you guys are very busy, busier than me even. Okay, and then Jumatnya Jumat malam. Okay, just prepare for that. At least I've warned you that we will have 2 days of meeting. Okay, and for now, thank you for joining the class today. We'll see you again. We'll see you when I see you. And thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you. You're welcome.
See you.